for joining us. Andy Lightbody, Rocky Mountain Television, and this adventure is definitely outdoor adventures. Well, we've been out here with Rick Birchfield, and we've been playing with a couple of rattlesnakes. If you remember from one of our programs about a year or so ago, we were out here and we were talking with Rick about the boots from Rocky's brand. And the Rocky brand boots are the ones that are snake-proof. Well, I kind of issued him a challenge, and I said, I'll get you a pair of boots if you can get us a couple of snakes, and we can come out here and play. That's what we've been doing today. It's very interesting to see how the snakes react to people, and the fact that they're not coming after you mean and aggressive, are they?
No, they don't want to have an encounter with a large animal. There's nothing to be gained by it. They have to give up venom, and they don't get any meal out of it, so it just isn't a good thing for them.
And one of the snakes we saw today, you could tell that he or she had eaten probably a mouse within the last couple of days. There was still a bulge in it.
Last day or so.
Yeah, I see it right there. It's got a mouse.
That's a mouse.
And that one you said was the real mean one to begin with, but realistically, just by habitat and traits of the snake and what have you, that snake really wanted to just go lay under the bush someplace and finish enjoying and digesting that meal, right?
He wanted far away. He expended poison to kill his meal, and he needed to go and digest that meal in order to replace the poison. It takes about 3 weeks in a good meal to replace what poison they use to kill their meal.
So when they hit us today and they actually put some venom down on one of your boots, that to them is really a kind of a big net loss, isn't it?
That's a loss, yeah. It's like shooting up half your ammo in the middle of a battle.
And you got nothing to show for
That's
it.
about it. A larger snake is more intelligent. They can meter their poison. They can bite you and not expend poison like they did several times today, just to get you to go away. But he felt like he wasn't going to get away. So
you got one good hit where you actually got double fanged and got, and there was traces of the poison on there. Tell me about the concerns of that, like when I got hit, several times, that poison still poses a threat to you, me, or anybody else that just by being on your boot, isn't it?
Most certainly does. If you have a cut or a scratch and you get that poison into there, like you're taking your boots off and you rub it into that, it will be absorbed into the tissue just exactly like a snake bite, and you'll be in trouble.
And what about the old fallacy? Wait a minute, my friend got bit. Here, I'm going to make some cuts and X's, and I'm going to suck and spit, and tell me why I'm not supposed to do that.
They've proven that wrong for many reasons. One, if you cut where the poison has been injected, you're just opening up more tissue to exposure to the poison. It's bad for the person.
Just like pouring poison onto an open wound.
And two, if you have a cavity or a break in your teeth or any kind of sore in your mouth and you suck poison into your mouth, that's just like getting bit by a snake. It will absorb right into your tissue and you're in trouble again.
So in plain words, if I asked you to help me and you did that, not only could I die because I got bit, but you could die because you were the good Samaritan.
I might cut your leg off, but I'm not sucking the poison out of it.
What are friends for? Nice to be on your own. Tell me overall your feelings about the Rocky boots. I mean, to me, even the hit was just very light, very delicate, but just lightning fast.
Well, it appeared to be delicate because he's hitting such a solid surface. If it was your skin, it would have sunk in at half or 3/4 of the fang length. That quick.
That quick.
Happens. It would have been in and out. You would have been injected. They don't need. They're a poison snake. They're not a strong snake. That's why they kill their animals with poison and then digest.
As compared to a king or a gopher or a rat snake or something like that that's got a.
Gophers strangle them. They squeeze the air out of their lungs and hold their lungs shut until their heartbeat quits. These guys don't have that opportunity. They bite the animal, let it run off, and then trail it. Because they can't fight it. They have to wait till it dies and then digest it.
And then they go and they pick up on it. Overall, do you like the boots?
They're great. They're nice and light, flexible. They're not.
That's what I thought too. Is I've seen a lot of them where you almost look like you're going to be walking like Frankenstein in them. And these really don't feel this way. I mean, they're good, but they're hot.
Oh yeah.
But of course, it's 105, 107 out here today.
Yeah, opening dove season in Arizona is a little.
Yeah, it's always a little bit on the warm side. Well, but you got a different style than I did. You didn't get the heavy woodsman camo, but you've got these that are here. But it appears that they're about the same.
Yeah, the construction's the same, internal and exterior. Just I have a different appearance. I'm not such a camo guy.
So you didn't need that.
No, I'm glad to have them.
Would you recommend that the hunters, for the most part, invest in a good pair of snake boots if they're really out in a heavy snake country?
Especially in this part of the world where the snakes are out year-round, on a December, January day here, if the sun's out and the air is very still, snakes will come out of the hole and lay in sun. You can encounter them any time of the year here. It's not a bad idea to have a good pair of boots on.
Word to the wise on that account, huh?
Yes, sir.
Rick, thanks for setting this up. Thanks for taking the time to join us. You can see, everybody, we don't recommend this. This is one of these things like some of the TV shows you watch. Do not attempt to do this at home. We are professionals. Well, I grew up around snakes, a lot of them out in the Mojave Desert in California. Rick, on the other hand, he's a professional. In fact, you've even got the bite marks to prove it, right?
Yeah. That's one fang of a diamondback. Cost me about 25 grand. A helicopter ride to Tucson Medical Center.
So guess what, folks? For the want of a couple $100 for a good pair of snake boots, might be a good insurance policy you may want to think about. Again, we want to thank Rick Birchfield for taking the time to do this. Hope you all have learned a little something. And again, let me reinforce, don't try this at home on your own. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Andy Lightbody, and this is Adventures for Rocky Mountain Television. So here's Rick and Andy out here doing our snake dance. Watch what'll happen. We'll just get ready.
There was a good strike.
There you go.
Here's Rick handling a snake like he's the only person I know.
Little ones are the tougher ones to handle.
We're getting ready to release them. They've been caught from places they shouldn't be, and we're taking them back out here to the desert.